Divorce Dad Diaries, day 336 and 337. It's been 1 week with 4 kids at the same school. Let's talk about it. So let's start with school lunches. So previously he was made his food for him when he went to daycare. They make the lunches, I paid for it. Now I'm having to make his lunch every day, so I've gone from making 3 school lunches to 4 school lunches, and the difference is not that much of a difference, honestly. Because all I'm doing is I'm just doing what I'm already doing 3 times a 4th time. You know, going from 1 to 2 is a lot more than going from 3 to 4, honestly. That's only a 33% increase, isn't it? But the main issue I've run into is the lack of food. I guess I just kind of forgot while I was doing grocery shopping that I was going to need to buy lunchbox food for a 4th child. I've gotten really good at sort of predicting how much food everyone's going to eat and buying just the right amount of food. If you see sometimes my fridge is empty or my pantry is empty, it's just because that's it effectively. I've gotten good at sort of predicting how much everyone eats. So I ordered the right amount of food, but for only 3 lunches. So I've had to kind of do a bit of a midweek shop and buy some extra bits and pieces, but I'll remember that for next time. Next up is the morning routine. So the kids have a list that they go through, making sure that everything's done. You know, they're in their uniforms, they've had their breakfast, they know where their bottles are. And I've added one more child to that effectively, which has been a little bit difficult because he can't read. But I would have thought it would have been mostly the same, given that he already had to get ready to go into daycare, right? Already had to make sure he was dressed, had his bag, had his bottle, etc, etc. But for some reason it has been more difficult. I don't know why. I don't think it's been more difficult for him. I think just for me, I'm stressing because I want to make sure that he's prepped and that he's going to school with all the right stuff. And I feel like I'm having to remind him half a dozen times every morning, just put your shirt on, bro. It's not that hard. That's something that sort of will come with time as the habit forms. It just might take a little while. Finally, you've got school pickups. Now, my kids, they walk to school, they walk home from school, and they can do that, unaided. They don't need me, they go to their own classrooms, they come home from their own classrooms, easy peasy, it's all organised. But adding that 5-year-old into the mix, he needs to be dropped off to his class, I need to pick him up from his class. Now, school pickups might be a top 5 worst activity of all time for me. It is a absolute stimulus overload. Picking up one child, not too bad. You go in, you grab them from their classroom, you go home, easy peasy. Picking up multiple children, it just gets messy. You have to coordinate where they're all going to meet at the right time. You get there, you meet one, they're talking to you because they're excited about their day. The other one comes along, they're talking to you because they're excited about their day. You got multiple voices going on in your ear. At the same time, the bell song is ringing at a gajillion decibels. You've got 500 other children also talking to their parents about their day. They're screaming. There's so many sounds going on, conversations everywhere. The 3rd child, he hasn't even shown up yet, but when he does, he starts talking to you about his day. Someone's now upset about something, but you're just trying to figure out where everyone is, while you're just trying to get everyone also out the gate, but also while you're trying to head towards the gate, there's at least 100 other people in the way, so you're trying to navigate through these crowds. Well, I don't know where my kid has gone, because they're wearing the same clothes as every other kid here, because there's a uniform. And if there was a personal hell, one of those hells that you go to where it's personalised for you, which sounds very resource intensive, but if that was a thing, I imagine for me it would just be doing school pickups. But then on the way to school pickup, out the gate, you have to navigate through a busy pack and save aisle. Not the cleaning stuff aisle where there's not very many people, the bread and chips aisle or the confectionery aisle where there's always a ton of people. And if you go there on 5:30 on a Sunday, it's you're playing dodgems with your trolleys, and some arsehole's parked his trolley here and they're looking at food here and blocking the whole aisle. I do not like school pickups, okay? But my first wife had this absolute genius idea. This is some Einstein shit. She was why don't I just pick up the youngest child, just pick up Casper and the other 3 can walk home. And she was it sounds kind of rude to just pick him up and make the rest of them walk. But I was no, that's That's genius. I'm on board with that because like I can rock up quarter of an hour before 3 p.m. Go and pick up Casper, load him into my car, and get out of there before the bell rings. Get out of there before the rush, before the stimulus overload starts, and the rest of my kids get to walk home, and they're happy to walk home. They like walking home, so long as the weather's not bad. I pick them up if it's raining, but yeah, I credit where credit is due. Right now, school pickups, easy peasy, because I'm just going in, picking up Casper, the other three are walking home. In terms of getting there in the morning, I'm still walking all four of them. That's not too bad. You walk in, you drop them off, you leave. Easy peasy. Overall, it has gone very well. Casper loves being a school kid. He's so excited to go every day, and dropping them all off in one location is really simple. There's also like the thinking taken out of it because they have uniforms. I don't have to think about what he has to wear every day. He just goes in the same clothes. Easy peasy. And saying that, he's already asked, like, when can I start walking home from school and walking to school? And I just say, just when you're a little bit older, okay? One step at a time. Well, that's enough rambling out of me, and I will catch you on the flip side.